with my Pimp. Guys be sending me money just randomly, and he was like, we can triple that, let me sign into your account and I'll check your request, I'll text people. Apart from sex talking, we used to see and actually fuck. Like, I actually now liked him. What's up, my Adora gang? You're welcome back to another story time. I know I've been going like this new year, giving you all these story times, boom boom boom, but like, don't worry, the main videos will soon come very soon by God's grace. This story time, I'm going to be telling you all how I fell in love with a pimp. Yeah, I fell in love with my pimp. And he had a really tiny, so it wasn't even the sex. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think. Like, was I crazy? Am I crazy? Is he crazy? Is he a wicked person? This is my advice to you. Never date a Taurus man. Never. Even the women, they will leave you with high blood pressure. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave your comment and subscribe. Thank you all so much for always supporting my channel, always commenting, and my subscribers are growing. My Adora gang is growing. Thank you. Yeah, let me get into this video. I gather around for this gist because this one is not like one of those. You know, you guys know I've been telling you stories from 6 years ago, 7 years ago. This is. No, I've not been telling you. I've been even telling you a story from 10 years ago. I've been telling you stories from back then because I'm 24. But this was like when I was in year 3 and I was like 23. No, I didn't graduate in. Wait, please let me calculate this time. I was not 23 in year 3. I was 19. I graduated uni at 20, which is like, I'm 24. How many years? Yeah. Sorry. So I was like 19, and I had met this guy. We actually started talking through Instagram. So I've given a bit of this story time in another story time. I'll link it up, where I spoke about how this guy I was talking to on Instagram, based on transactional, like based on money, he almost leaked my nudes. If you want that, go and check out that story time. But yeah, the guy that linked me up with that guy is who I'm going to be telling you about, my pimp. Let's call him Charles, because that name fits him. So Charles had like followed me on Instagram, and I didn't even think much to it because I checked and I'm like, okay, who is this boy? He was like very small. I didn't see a lot of his page, so I couldn't even read him. But I was just like a small shot. But he had texted me and maybe just like laughing and just chatting up like shit like that. So I was like, okay, because I do be replying people, or then I used to reply people in my DMs just to see like where it would go. So I had replied him, and like we had just started talking, and we just started talking more and more, and he was like, no, he's not coming with anything, he's not trying to toast me. Like, we had a genuine friendship, like background starting the friendship. But I was just like, why is this guy coming to text me? Obviously he didn't just like, I didn't text him, so him texting me like he has an intention, and I should have just gone with that thought. We like start talking of like as friends, and he'd be like, oh, then I used to have another Instagram where I was close to like 10k subscribe, 10k followers. So he was like, I have followers, like my IG is popping, and like based off how we became friends, I used to like tell him like, oh, these guys on IG. I was telling him like, those guys on IG, they be texting, and he used to tell me like, girl, with this your numbers, you should be having like money. And we were like, yeah. So I'd be like, oh, sometimes guys be sending me money just randomly, and he was like, we can triple that, we can make more money. And I've told you guys about like how I feel about transactional sex, and there's so many story times, so it's not a secret. I've been involved, I've had sugar daddies, I've dabbled in that. So I was just like telling him like, oh, I don't have a problem with it, like sharing ideas with him. Yeah, that was how like he was like, okay, I can help you, like, and he was like, okay, so how many people have you, and I'm just going to be raw and honest in this story time, how many people have you spoken to online, and like had, he came up with the idea, but I agreed, I didn't even complain because I low-key, well, I not say like, I had been thinking of it anyways. He was like, he can help me basically find people, because he also had like a lot of female friends. He had girls that he used to be like, I like into like Lagos streets. I don't know how to explain it, but if you're Nigerian, you get anyways. So I was like, okay, now put me on, since you know it. Like me, I don't know the way, it's just free money I used to get, or like once in a while P. So he was like, okay, I'll put you on, but like, we're going to make use of your Instagram. Let me sign into your account and I'll check your request. I'll text people, I'll reply people. And I was like, okay, I don't want you texting anybody alone. I don't want you going to extreme. Like, let them be the one that come and you just reply. So at first, that's what it used to be. It just used to be like, oh, somebody texts me on my Instagram and then he replies. And yeah, that was just it. And the side of the gist is like, I actually now liked him. I don't know how I ended up liking him, but I liked him. And we used to, like, apart from sex talking, we used to see and actually fuck. Yeah. And it was just crazy, like, sorry to him, but he had a small dick and he was short. So I was just like, what am I even doing? And like, why I'm saying it, I'll explain it later on. One thing about me is I'm the type of girl that likes to settle down. So even if I'm with anybody and I'm not even settled down, like, I always just be ringing it in their ear, like, don't be with any other person. Like, I don't be doing that shit. I don't share. I don't want to be shared, especially if I like you. And he used to be like, no, he's not talking to any other person, it's just me. And bear in mind that, okay, like, before we even got in depth into him being my Instagram pimp, like, he was like, okay, at first he'll do it for free for me, like, he's just helping me out, like, let my Instagram not just be wasting. But I was like, nah. But he was like, normally there's meant to be a percentage. I'm like, nah, I will give you that percentage. What's your percentage? Because like, that's just how I am. Like, I like things to be fair. Like, even if I'm using you in some sort of sense, I still want it to be fair. So at first it was meant to be like 20/80 or 10/90, but I was just like, at the end of the day, I don't even care, let's just do 50/50. So like, out of like 3 times, 2 out of 3 times, I'll send him like 50/50. Like, if I got 100k that day or 200k, I'll be like, okay, give me your account, I'll send him 100k. And at first, you know how it started free, then it started like 20/80, then he went to 50/50. Then this guy started pressuring me. He'll be like, oh, he really needs a laptop. Oh, and he knew I liked him, so he'll be like, oh, I really need a laptop. Oh, but don't worry, you say you don't want to do this thing like that. And I'll be like, yeah, I don't want to do it, but I'll still end up doing it because like, oh, I just want him to have his laptop and just like stop nagging already. That was how I was getting deeper into this like thing I was doing. And then apart from that, I was also getting deeper into him because I was like not going I used to have lessons during the weekend. I was not going for these lessons. I'll go to his house, so like we're just hanging out a lot more. But like, this guy was wicked. Like, this guy was wicked. I'm not even wicked, like wicked to me, maltreating, more like deceptive and just a player. And I just used to ask myself, like, why am I even letting myself get played? Like, this was just meant to be like, you help me get sugar daddies. Now I'm catching feelings. Now you're lying to me. And I'll be like, okay, you're talking to all these people. I used to see him like talking to people. I didn't used to see, like, because I'm not somebody that I'll check. I don't be like, I did not used to check his shit. I didn't used to check his Instagram stories. But like, once in a while, I'll just come across his Instagram story. I'll see he's out with a girl. And this is somebody I've been texting. He'll say, oh no, it's my friend. It's my best friend. You know, I have all these girls as best friends. That was just the major problem with me, because I was like, okay, we can do this pimp thing and you just help me and I pay you your 50% because that's what I'm already paying you, and you don't have to fuck me. But the fact that, oh, I'm giving you 50%, which I shouldn't be, because what are you doing? You're still asking for sex. Like, it just didn't make sense. So why are you talking to all these people? Like, I don't even know your whereabouts. So I was becoming very like, ask you like, what's up, gist me, and you like lying, creating stories. But I was just like, okay, in the end I'm benefiting from this, I'm getting the money, so let me not even spoil it. Like, since I don't want to go for those lessons, which was low-key another reason why I left my house. Since I don't want to go for these lessons, let me just deal with him so I can still go to his house. Do you get? Bearing with this nigga now, like, at this point I was just like being a hard guy, like, oh, I don't really care, you do whatever you're doing. Me, I was just like talking to my own people, like free, open, but I still like had a little bit of crush for him. Then this was like what just turned me off completely and just made me like end everything. So my best friend then had texted me that, oh, like I don't know what happened. I better I had posted him, or not posted, maybe like posted his shit. I don't know where she saw it, or I had gisted her about him, and she just called me and she was like, or sent me a voice note and she was like, is it Charles? Oh my god, okay, and you're into him? And I'm like, yeah, this is what is helping me like do. And she was just like, just be careful. I've been hearing about that guy in Lagos, like on the island. I've been hearing so much about him and girls. And I was just like, that was just what threw me off, because deep inside me I already had a feeling like this boy finna lie, this boy is a liar, like he's playing games. After that realization, I just like stopped talking to him. I was just like, I told him I was done, and I was just like, okay, it's cool. Like, normally I'll be talking to him, chasing him, he won't be replying. He now started texting me that, what's up? I'll be like, it's cool, like I'm good, like I just don't want again, like I'm done with all the games. That was how we like stopped talking. He used to like still text and be like, okay, please, like I really did like you, like what happened? That's when you move on from people. That's what be happening. And like they be thinking you're dumb, but when you now like make the move, they'll be like, what? She didn't even say anything. But yeah, that was that. I actually sort of went back because the person used to like take pictures for me, and like I don't know what it was, I think my birthday, and I wanted to take pictures. So I don't know whether he had said, oh, what of your birthday, are you taking pictures, I can take it for you, and he had offered, and I was like, okay, I might just as well get the pictures. And you guys, can you imagine, he still wanted to have sex so bad that day. And I did let him, because I was just like, okay, I'm in your space, I'm in your house taking the picture, I might as well, which was a stupid move. Like I should have just stood on business, stood my ground. So for the sex part, I was like, okay, I was like, I don't want to annoy this boy and just like waste my time and he be angry and maybe not do the shoot or not send me my pictures. But you guys, can you imagine, after the whole shoot, after him acting like, oh, I want to change because he was just pretending, I asked him for this picture for close to a month, and this guy did not send me back my picture. Send me my picture. My birthday almost passed. He was sending it in pieces, just because I didn't even like end up still dating him, or just not dating, like staying with him and falling for all that trash. But like that thing just opened my eyes, because it made me realize like I didn't ever want to be with him again, and like I was wasting my time, because like, why are you suffering for something you're not even enjoying? You're not enjoying the sex. The like you're liking is not reciprocating it. So yeah, that was how I felt in love and out of love with my pimp. And yeah, that's the end of the story time. It was all over the place. I'm sorry guys, I don't know why. I thought I knew the story very well, but apparently not really. And I feel like some people's story times just have certain energies attached to it. But yeah, we've come to the end, or maybe it's just me, I don't know. We've come to the end of story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a comment. Don't forget to like, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. I hope I've not done this story time before.
Who you know bad like this? Who you know hop on the beat like this? Other bad girls want to wine pon this. Make us step fall down like